So my name is Sarah, and I would just like to read a short excerpt from the piece I submitted to Dissent, which is a sort of suite of creative nonfiction pieces about a trip I took last year to Guinea in West Africa, which was a desire for a homecoming, but a home that I would have only known a few hundred years ago. So this is called Washing Woman. In Sang Barala, village in Upper Guinea, near Mali. One afternoon, I was washing my clothes before going to eat lunch. All my colleagues were eating already, and I was still scrubbing my dusty dance clothes. I was using two pails, one with soapy water and one with clean water, although there were a few bits of sticks and some leaves floating around in the clean water. Clean enough in any case. So I scrubbed and I scrubbed with as much strength as I could muster to get rid of the sweat and the dirt that just seemed caked in. I was squatting down in front of the buckets. The back of my neck was hot, and my just-washed hair was almost dry from the sun. Famadou, the patriarch of the village, he spoke to me then in French. "You are a real African now," he said seriously, without a hint of his usual humor. "You know, here we do everything with the body. The whole body is working all the time. We carry babies, we clean laundry, we carry cauldrons of water on our heads. In fact, I think we work too hard." "You have all my respect, Famadou," I said, with as much dignity as I could muster with my hands full of soap. "Ah, oui," he said. "You know, Famadou," I said tentatively, "my great-great-grandparents were Africans." "Ah, oui," he said, "that is obvious in your body. The body does not lie. The body says it all." He looked at me for a minute, appraising me. "You had better go and eat," he urged, "or else they will eat everything. They are vultures." Perhaps not," I said. "This, what I am doing now and speaking with you, this is important too." "Ah, oui." These are the names of the children in Kaloum who were my best friends. Buntu, Musa, Sekou, Mabinti, Fatou, Mohamed, Maya, Mentane, Eliza, Princess, Kati, Bouba. Little Mohammed was our protector. Musa was our translator. Princess was the ringleader. Buntu and Mentane, they taught us susu and clapping games. Kati and Jeanne were twins. And Bouba, he became my son. For 2 weeks I cleaned and I bandaged a stubborn wound on his tiny leg, and he wanted nothing more than to be carried by me all the time. I sang him lullabies in French, and I cradled him in my arms. One day, at the omelette shack, over omelette sandwiches with mayonnaise and ketchup, we spoke to the imam with the young wife, whose mosque was next door. I told him I was Jewish, and we talked about Ibrahim and Abraham, Saran and Sarah, Hagar, Isaac, and Ishmael. He said, "God made us all the same, and every religion values peace. But it is greed," he said, "that leads to strife and war. It is greed that is responsible for all problems. When we are generous and kind," said the Imam, "like Ibrahim and Saran who open wide their tent to the strangers, there will be peace on our planet." "Inshallah," I replied. "Inshallah," he echoed. The night before we left, a neighbor presented me with a beautiful bracelet, and she made me promise not to forget our friends on the street. But how could I? Their kindness, generosity, and courage have a place in my heart. In the Susu language, there are 2 ways to say welcome, or bienvenue. You can say inedusene, or you can say icheli igohini, ifa igohini, which means you have left your house to come here, but you are at home here now.